15 Stoic Lessons on Embracing Change and Uncertainty. In a world marked by constant change and uncertainty, we often find ourselves adrift, seeking stability and meaning. The ancient wisdom of Stoicism offers a beacon of hope, guiding us through the tumultuous seas of life with courage and resilience. These 15 Stoic lessons reveal the path to embracing change and uncertainty, transforming adversity into strength and chaos into calm. Let us embark on this journey together, uncovering the timeless teachings that empower us to navigate life's challenges with grace and fortitude. 1. The impermanence of all things. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth, said Marcus Aurelius. In the grand theater of life, everything is in constant flux. Empires rise and fall, seasons change, and so do our fortunes. The Stoics teach us to accept this impermanence, to understand that all things are transient. This understanding liberates us from the chains of fear and anxiety. When we recognize that nothing lasts forever, we become resilient to life's vicissitudes. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean, watching the waves crash against the shore. Each wave is unique, fleeting, and never to return. Our lives are much like these waves, each moment precious and ephemeral. By embracing the transient nature of existence, we learn to live fully in the present, appreciating each moment for what it is. This acceptance transforms us into rocks, steadfast and unshaken by the tides of time. 2. Control and acceptance. Epictetus reminds us, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. In a world full of uncertainties, the Stoic finds solace in the dichotomy of control. This concept is the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, teaching us to differentiate between what is within our control and what is not. Our thoughts, actions, and attitudes fall within our domain of control. External events, the actions of others, and the outcome of our efforts do not. By focusing our energy on what we can control, we cultivate inner peace and strength. This acceptance is not resignation, but a profound empowerment. It means acknowledging reality as it is, without resistance or complaint. When we accept what we cannot change, we free ourselves from needless suffering and align ourselves with the natural flow of life. Imagine you are a captain of a ship, navigating through a storm. You cannot control the weather, but you can steer your ship with skill and courage. The Stoic captain remains calm and focused, adapting to the changing conditions with grace. This is how we must navigate the storms of our lives, with acceptance and control guiding our way. 3. The power of reason. Seneca, the wise advisor, taught, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. The Stoic way is one of reason. We learn to question our fears and doubts, to dissect them with the blade of logic. Through reason, we master our emotions, transforming destructive passions into a serene and rational mindset. The Stoics believe that reason is our greatest asset, a divine gift that distinguishes us from other creatures. It allows us to perceive the world accurately and make sound judgments. By cultivating reason, we gain the clarity to see things as they truly are, not as our fears or desires paint them. This practice is known as the art of assent, where we learn to evaluate our impressions and accept only those that align with reason. Consider a time when you faced a daunting challenge. Your mind may have conjured up countless fears and worst-case scenarios. But when you approached the situation with a clear, rational mind, you likely found that reality was far less terrifying than your imagination. This is the power of reason, guiding us through the labyrinth of our emotions and leading us to inner peace. 4. Practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness is not a modern invention, but a Stoic practice. Marcus Aurelius wrote, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. By being present in each moment, we cultivate an awareness that shields us from the chaos of external events. In this state, we find clarity and peace. The Stoics encouraged us to live in accordance with nature, which means being fully present in the here and now. This practice, known as prosok, involves paying attention to our thoughts, emotions, and actions. It is a form of mental discipline that fosters self-awareness and self-control. By observing our inner world without judgment, we gain insights into our true selves and learn to navigate life with wisdom and grace. Imagine sitting quietly by a river, watching the water flow past. Each ripple and wave is a moment in time, unique and unrepeatable. By focusing on the present, we become like the river, flowing effortlessly with the current of life. This mindfulness brings us a sense of calm and contentment, allowing us to face life's uncertainties with equanimity. 5. Embracing adversity. Fire is the test of gold, adversity of strong men, proclaimed Seneca. The Stoics did not shy away from hardship. They welcomed it as a test of their character. Adversity, for us, is not a curse but a crucible. It refines us, strengthens our resolve, and reveals our true potential. The Stoics believe that challenges are opportunities for growth. When we face difficulties, we are given a chance to develop virtues such as courage, patience, and resilience. Instead of avoiding or complaining about hardships, we embrace them as part of our journey towards self-mastery. This mindset transforms obstacles into stepping stones, helping us to rise above our circumstances and become better versions of ourselves. Think of a blacksmith forging a sword. The metal must endure intense heat and hammering to become strong and sharp. Similarly, we must endure the trials of life to become resilient and virtuous. Each challenge we overcome is a testament to our inner strength and fortitude, building our confidence and character. 6. The practice of negative visualization. To be prepared for the worst is not pessimism, but wisdom. The Stoics practiced negative visualization, imagining the loss of things they cherished. This exercise, as Epictetus advised, makes us appreciate what we have and prepares us for inevitable losses. It is a stark but powerful reminder of life's impermanence. Negative visualization involves contemplating the potential loss of people, possessions, and circumstances that we hold dear. This practice helps us to detach from our attachments and cultivate gratitude for what we have. By envisioning the worst-case scenarios, we become mentally prepared for whatever life may bring. This readiness reduces our fear of loss and enables us to face challenges with composure and grace. Imagine holding a delicate flower in your hand, admiring its beauty and fragrance. Now, picture the flower wilting and fading away. This exercise teaches us to cherish the flower while it lasts, knowing that its beauty is fleeting. Similarly, by practicing negative visualization, we learn to appreciate the present moment and find joy in the transient nature of life. 7. Cultivating inner freedom. Freedom, for a Stoic, is an inner state. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how, said Epictetus. By aligning our lives with our values and purpose, we attain a form of freedom that no external circumstance can take away. This inner freedom is our fortress against the uncertainties of life. The Stoics believe that true freedom comes from within. It is the ability to remain steadfast in our principles and values, regardless of external conditions. This inner freedom is achieved through self-discipline, self-knowledge, and self-mastery. By understanding our true nature and purpose, we liberate ourselves from the constraints of external influences and find peace in our autonomy. Consider a prisoner who, despite being physically confined, remains mentally and spiritually free. This prisoner, like the Stoic, understands that freedom is not dependent on external circumstances, but on one's inner state. By cultivating inner freedom, we become unshakable, capable of withstanding any storm that life throws our way. 8. The community of humanity. We are waves of the same sea, wrote Marcus Aurelius. The Stoics sees themselves not as an isolated individual, but as part of a greater whole. In embracing our common humanity, we find strength and solace. We support each other, learn from each other, and in this unity, we find resilience. The Stoics taught that we are all interconnected, bound by our shared humanity. This understanding fosters empathy, compassion, and a sense of belonging. By recognizing our place within the larger community, we find meaning and purpose in contributing to the greater good. This sense of unity strengthens us, helping us to navigate life's challenges together. Imagine standing in a forest, surrounded by towering trees. Each tree is unique, yet they all share the same soil, water, and sunlight. Together, they create a thriving ecosystem, supporting and sustaining each other. Similarly, we are part of a larger human family, and by embracing this interconnectedness, we find strength and resilience in our collective support. 9. The pursuit of virtue. At the heart of Stoicism lies the pursuit of virtue. Courage, temperance, justice, and wisdom are the pillars upon which we build our lives. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one, Marcus Aurelius implores us. In living virtuously, we transcend the chaos and uncertainty of the world, finding a higher purpose and peace. The Stoics believe that virtue is the highest good and the key to a fulfilling life. By cultivating virtues, we align ourselves with our true nature and live in harmony with the world around us. This pursuit of virtue requires constant effort and self-reflection, but it is a journey that leads to profound inner peace and satisfaction. Think of a gardener tending to a garden. Each plant represents a virtue, and the gardener must nurture and care for them with patience and dedication. Over time, the garden flourishes, bringing beauty and nourishment to all who encounter it. Similarly, by cultivating virtues, we create a life of meaning and fulfillment, enriching ourselves and those around us. 10. The wisdom of ephemeral joys. Rejoice in the things that are present. All else is beyond thee, urged Marcus Aurelius. In our ceaseless quest for happiness, we often overlook the simple joys that exist in the present moment. The Stoics teach us to find contentment in the here and now, to savor the fleeting pleasures that life offers without becoming enslaved by them. Ephemeral joys are those small, transient moments that bring us happiness. A cool breeze on a hot day, the laughter of a child, the warmth of the sun on our skin. By appreciating these moments, we cultivate a mindset of gratitude and presence. We learn to derive pleasure from what is immediately available to us, rather than constantly yearning for something more or different. Picture yourself in a serene meadow, surrounded by wildflowers and the gentle hum of nature. You sit quietly, taking in the beauty and tranquility of the scene. This moment, though brief, fills you with a sense of peace and contentment. The Stoics remind us that these small, everyday experiences are the true sources of happiness, and by embracing them, we enrich our lives immeasurably. 11. The art of letting go. Attach yourself to what is spiritually superior, regardless of what other people think or do, advised Epictetus. One of the greatest sources of suffering is our attachment to things, people, and outcomes. The Stoic practice of letting go teaches us to release these attachments and find freedom in acceptance. Letting go is not about indifference or apathy. It is about understanding that clinging to impermanent things only leads to pain. By relinquishing our attachments, we open ourselves to the natural flow of life, accepting its changes with grace. This practice involves a deep trust in the unfolding of events, knowing that our worth and happiness do not depend on external circumstances. Imagine holding a handful of sand. The tighter you grip, the more it slips through your fingers. But if you hold it loosely, the sand remains in your hand. Similarly, by letting go of our attachments, we retain our inner peace and equilibrium. This art of letting go is a profound practice of liberation, freeing us from the chains of dependency and leading us to a state of serene detachment. 12. The strength in vulnerability. Do not seek for everything to happen as you wish it to happen, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will, taught Epictetus. In a world that values strength and invulnerability, the Stoics offer a radical perspective. True strength lies in embracing our vulnerability. Vulnerability is the willingness to face uncertainty, risk, and emotional exposure. It is the courage to be honest about our fears and weaknesses, to accept our humanity with all its imperfections. By embracing vulnerability, we develop a deeper sense of connection and empathy, both with ourselves and others. This openness allows us to grow, to learn, and to build authentic relationships. Consider a tree standing tall in a storm. Its branches bend and sway with the wind, yet it remains rooted and strong. The tree's flexibility is its strength, allowing it to withstand the forces of nature. Similarly, by accepting our vulnerability, we become more resilient, adapting to life's challenges with grace and fortitude. This strength in vulnerability is a testament to our inner courage and authenticity. 13. The discipline of assent. Everything that happens as it should, and if you observe carefully, you will find this to be so, observed Marcus Aurelius. The Stoic discipline of assent is the practice of carefully examining our impressions before accepting them as true. This mental discipline is crucial in developing a clear and rational mind. Assent involves a two-step process. First, we observe our initial impressions without immediate judgment. Second, we evaluate them using reason and logic. This practice helps us avoid impulsive reactions and misguided beliefs. By disciplining our minds in this way, we cultivate a calm and measured approach to life, making decisions based on wisdom rather than emotion. Imagine standing at a crossroads, faced with multiple paths. Instead of rushing into a decision, you take a moment to assess each option carefully, considering the potential outcomes and consequences. This thoughtful deliberation ensures that your choice is guided by reason and clarity. The discipline of assent empowers us to navigate life's complexities with confidence and discernment, aligning our actions with our true values and principles. 14. The virtue of patience. Time is a sort of river of passing events, and strong is its current. No sooner is a thing brought to sight than it is swept by and another takes its place, and this too will be swept away, wrote Marcus Aurelius. Patience is a virtue deeply embedded in Stoic philosophy. It is the ability to endure difficult circumstances with a calm and composed spirit, trusting that everything unfolds in its own time. Patience involves a deep understanding of the natural rhythms and cycles of life. It teaches us to wait with grace, to endure hardships with fortitude, and to remain steadfast in our pursuits despite delays and obstacles. This virtue is not passive resignation, but an active acceptance of the process, knowing that perseverance will ultimately lead to growth and fulfillment. Imagine a farmer planting seeds in the spring. He knows that the harvest will not come immediately. It requires time, care, and patience. Each day, he tends to his crops, trusting that the fruits of his labor will eventually come to fruition. Similarly, by cultivating patience, we align ourselves with the natural flow of life, finding peace and strength in the waiting. 15. The legacy of Stoic wisdom. Remember that very little is needed to make a happy life, said Marcus Aurelius. As we reflect on these Stoic lessons, we are reminded of the enduring wisdom that has guided countless individuals through the ages. The legacy of Stoic philosophy is a testament to the timeless truths that lie at its core. The Stoics offer us a roadmap for navigating the complexities of life with grace and resilience. Their teachings remind us that true happiness and fulfillment come not from external achievements or possessions, but from cultivating inner virtues and wisdom. By embracing the principles of Stoicism, we can transform our lives, finding peace and strength in the face of change and uncertainty. As we conclude this journey through the lessons of Stoicism, let us carry forward the wisdom of the ancient sages. Let us strive to live with courage, temperance, justice, and wisdom, finding joy in the present moment and strength in our shared humanity. In doing so, we honor the legacy of the Stoics, forging a life of resilience, virtue, and profound tranquility. In these 15 lessons, we find a guide not just for surviving, but thriving amidst change and uncertainty. The Stoic path is arduous, demanding a relentless commitment to self-improvement and inner fortitude. Yet, it is a path that leads to profound tranquility and unshakable strength. Let us, together, embrace the wisdom of the Stoics and forge a life of resilience and virtue. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear this. Let's strive to live better, more respectful lives. Until next time, stay strong, stay stoic.